Hi everyone, and welcome back to what should hopefully be the last part of my presentation on unit conversions. This time we're just going to do pretty much the same as before. This time we're going to do it for a different piece of ground. The density is 5.2 grams per centimetre cubed to micrograms to millimetres to the minus 3. Okay, so what did we figure out before? We figured out the density, which was the 5.2. It said here, density of the granite is 5.2. We knew that grams over centimetres was a calculation to figure it out. So grams was your mass, and centimetres cubed was volume. Okay. It helps write this out of time. It'll only take 2 seconds, and it will reassure you you're going in the right direction. So don't worry about just grams first. About the grams. And that UG. Okay, so in 1 gram, how many are there? I've got my little chart here still, so we can figure out micrograms. Micrograms minus 6. A gram is to the minus 0. So minus 6, so it must be 1 times 10 to the 6. Okay, I think this time, last time we did it to kilograms, so it was going to get smaller, but this time we're doing it to micrograms. So that means it's going to be bigger, the number's going to get bigger, so it's going to stay to the positive 6. Right, okay. It's worth mentioning at this point as well, although we're using grams here, and gram on this chart is to the 10 to the 0, the actual SI unit of mass is actually kilograms. It's a bit confusing, I don't want to confuse you too much, but it's something worth knowing. Okay, so this is micrograms. Right. Okay, so we now know 1, and we know our mass. Easy as that, quick as that. We know our mass. So we know that the density here. Our little room to move some enough space this time, and we can put in our mass, which is 1 times 10 to the 6 micrograms. Right. Okay. So now we've got a mass, we need to figure out our volume. Okay, well, what's our volume here? We've got centimetres to the minus 3 and millimetres cubed. Okay, so how many millimetres are there in 1 centimetre? 1 centimetre equals, okay, we'll go back to our little chart. That's to the minus 3. So it's 1 times 10 to the 3. Now, is this going to get bigger or is this going to get smaller? Well, it's going to get bigger, isn't it? Because it's millimeters. There's more millimeters. There'll be more meters than there are centimeters. So it's say to the positive 3. Right. We've got to remember that this is volume we're talking about, not just centimeters and millimeters. So we need to use our little method to figure out what the 1 centimeter cubed is equivalent to 1 millimeter cubed. Okay, so 1 centimetre cubed is equal to 1 times 10 to the what? Okay, we figured out it's to the 3 here, and all we do is it's volume, so it's going to be cubed, so we do it to the 3 here. So 3 times 3 is 9 millimetres cubed. Remember, we don't take the minus into account here because this minus it's on a, okay, so it's grams over centimeters. Okay, so we don't want to worry about the minus. Okay, so now we've got our volume, so we can write that in. 1 times 10 to the 9 millimeters cubed. Okay. Now we've got a conversion factor here, and we've put it into our equation. We add this 5.2 because that's what we're figuring out. This 5.2. So 5.2 in front and times it. Okay, now all we've got to do is work out this equation. What does that work out as? 5.2 times. Well, what's 1 times 10 to the 6 over 1 times 10 to the 9? Right, so we just take 9 away here, remembering our rules about powers, from the 6. So that ends up as 1 times 10 to the minus 3. And we're looking at our units here. So what's the units? Well, that's on the numerator, so it's going to say the same. So it's micrograms, millimeters. Okay, and that's on the denominator, isn't it? So it's to the minus 3, which is exactly the same as we got up here, which is what we're after. Now if we just multiply out the brackets, we have 5.2 times 10 to the minus 3 micrograms a millimetre to the negative 3. And there you go, get your answer. Simple as that. Hopefully that's helped you along with unit conversions, all the different types I can think of. If you have any problems, or if you spot any mistakes in this, or just want to ask me a general question, feel free to post on the forums or send me a mail, or post a comment back on these videos. I hope this helped you out a lot, and I'll see you on the forums. I'll speak to you later.